Hello, good morning, good evening, wherever you are in the world. I'm Robin O'Donovan, founder of the Live Your Purpose, Get Paid to Exist group on Facebook, founder of My Energetic Tribe, Life Purpose Coaching. And today I have with me Mark Angstar. He is the founder he's a wealth making opportunities consultant and entrepreneur. He's the founder of NFP Strangers Community. I can't wait to talk with you, Mark. We've connected in my group, and I know that you are just an on-purpose entrepreneur. That's who I love to get to know, and I would love for my community to get to know you. If you want to tell us really quick how you got started as a wealth making opportunities consultant, a little bit about your backstory there.
Yeah, hi Robin. Hello all. Well, I've always thought that I've been able to see opportunities where others haven't, and I've create win-win situations. That's always been sort of my motto. And so I thought about doing this for quite a while, and then about 3 years ago, I thought I'm getting old now, and it's time to create something and show what I can do. And so I don't always I think that businesses should be giving a little bit more back to the environment, to communities and things like that. So I wanted to try and, I'm creating structures and systems where that happens. And so the Strangers Group is my social enterprise, was set up to support the Strangers community, our not-for-profit, more of a pay-it-forward organisation, rather than like a charity and handing out. My goal is to teach people financial knowledge, health knowledge, and to help them grow that way. So I know how to make opportunities and growing money sort of things. So I decided that I need to help other charities and all that pretty much. Instead of them having calling out for money all the time, I've created my companies and platforms, and where we can help them at no cost to them to use our platforms, use other companies that I know that they can. Where they can advertise their products and services as well for free, and we can just share knowledge on creating coaches. I'm just launched the Strangers Educational Academy this week on behalf of the charity and Strangers Group, and I'm working with some coaches that I really like their style and what they teach, and so I want to start our own coaches as well, what we're doing. And I've been talking to the government here. I have like an entrepreneurs packages and coaches packages. And so I'll be putting my coaches through both of those trainings and looking to work with the government to try and get as many people off the benefit as possible. I'm an ex-property developer myself. I property developed for myself for quite a while and managed the properties. So I want to use those skills as well to take the charity back into the property game.
Wow.
I am growing a community of people and who care about the environment, who care about supporting communities. And I'm going to help them with wealth creation and give them, I'm coming to my members first all the time to offer them opportunities with what I see. I am consulting to other companies. I've created some companies now that I think are going to do really well, and they all work with my charity. So the whole idea is to attract entrepreneurs in the future, and I have a business management company which will take equity in them and will help them to grow. And of course, we have the e-commerce store for their products and services. And I am creating a virtual assistance staff and all that too. And we have all the coaches and training and I'm working with all the other training colleges that I like. And so I feel like we're going to create the one-stop shop, and we'll be able to help people to grow their businesses. They're less likely to fail. Yeah. And besides that, I can help people make residual income streams on the side. That's what I like to do. I think you should be making money while you're sleeping or when you're sick. And this is generational wealth as well, so that you can actually pass this on to your children or whoever you choose. And that's sort of like teaching the poor how the rich operate, and sort of balancing the system out a little bit more is my goal. So, yeah.
That's, oh my gosh, you are leveraging technology and your educational platform and your communities, and it sounds like, you know, the resources of other talents to build your team to help just teach and infuse wealth in this growing class of coaches and nonprofits who want to give back. I mean, what an amazing way to be helping us build the new purpose-driven economy. Like, wow, that's so heartening. And, you know, you're the type of empowerer that we need, Mark. You're all of us woo-woo, you know, coaches, and not even so much woo-woo, but like, we're the artists. We're so, you know, in our hearts and, you know, giving, and we don't necessarily have, like myself included, like we don't have that, you know, wealth, that knowledge of, you know, residual income, recurring income, affiliate income, all of the extra, you know, and then wealth management, all of the things that you're assembling your talented team, I know, to help people understand. That's so needed. Like you said, a one-stop shop to just really get a leg up in what the rich people know, right? Because we're every bit as talented as them.
For sure, maybe even more.
Who knows? I mean, I know some, you know, not to compare notes, but, you know, of course, there are people that have just, you know, been very blessed to rely on generational wealth. Wouldn't it be lovely for those of us who have worked so hard to, you know, doing our inner work as well, to be here for our communities, to be a lighthouse? Wouldn't it be so lovely for us to not only be able to provide for ourselves and our families and not, you know, fail, as you kind of mentioned, you know, so many coaches, it's really hard for them to really understand their coaching as a business. And I sense that's one thing that you all help them do. But for you to have this bigger goal, which I love people who have, you know, they have the in the trenches goal, which you've been talking about, but they also have the bigger picture, the bigger mission. And that is to help us create generational wealth. Like, it just goes way beyond this lifetime. And that is truly, like I said, helping to build the purpose-driven economy. So can you tell me a few ways that you, like, actually in the trenches, ways that you help? I know you said you just kind of get into helping entrepreneurs, that you help your ideal audience. Do you have any special tips for us today, or things that you just love to share with your clients?
Well, a lot of it's other people are telling you as well, you know, but I believe you don't spend everything that you make each week, and so you should be putting aside 10% or more, you know, plus, and that as well. Make sure it's a need, not a want, and all that too. If you're going to go shopping, you know. So, but yeah, the whole idea is just to start thinking about how you're going to make money in different ways. And like and if people don't know what residual is, they want to find out, and that because you do the work once and you're continually paid over and over for it pretty much. And there's no more powerful way to accumulate wealth than that. And when you can start reducing the amount of relying on a full-time job, selling yourself by the hour, like you're really limiting yourself if you sell yourself by the hour, right?
Yeah.
And so the idea is start building a small team underneath you, and it's just everyone doing a little bit themselves, even just consuming the product, whatever. Just doing a little bit, and it's the power of many and all that too. And you know that those many are going to be doing a very little bit, or a little bit of work as well, but it's just multiplied and compounded and that over time. And so, that's sort of the secret, is it's compounding. Your network compounds as well. And while you're sleeping, your wealth is growing, and you're not worried if you're going to fall sick. You're not, like, after a couple of years, probably you don't care if you give up your job and all that too, because you're already making enough money to survive. But if you gave up your job, you've got even more, you're even more relaxed. You've got more time even to make more money if you choose to.
Exactly. Exactly.
And you can take this worldwide, and it's just even just the tax advantages and stuff like that too. Having it on the side of what you do, you're saving money, and all your worldwide travel becomes tax deductible and all that too. And just all your living, of course, and you just start becoming a lot wiser on how to operate. And the sooner we teach the young how to do this, the better, which is one of my big goals, is to start teaching teenagers and even younger. And that's why I started the academy and that too, so I can focus on that.
Love that. Yes, the Strangers Educational Academy, is that what it is?
Yes.
Oh my gosh, yes.
It's very fresh, and so we're just setting up the social media sites for it now and that. But
and that's a real gift that we need. Yes, teaching the young people. We all need to know what you're sharing, Mark. But being able to come in and scoop up from the bottom, the younger generations, and it's definitely just going to fast forward our new purpose-driven economy to new heights a lot faster. And I love what you said about, well, first of all, thank you for the reminders that we should be putting aside 10%, to save. People have heard that, but we need the reminder, and we need the reminder. Is it a need, not a want? Really asking us to reprioritize, because every time we spend money on something that we didn't really need, it's like, that's a trade. You're trading off pleasure in the now for a future, compounding that money towards the future. As a minimalist, this is just no brainer for me.
Pay yourself first too. Pay yourself first each week, and that as well is a big one.
Reward yourself. And that's a big one for me. Self-love, self-care. So that goes hand in hand with what I teach as well, for sure.
Nice.
And I wrote down this key phrase that you said: your network compounds. So you are a wealth strategist. You're not just teaching compounding the money, you're teaching that it's your network that can compound your wealth. And I absolutely love that message. Thank you. I absolutely love that.
It's about us all doing it together, right? If we're going to change this world, we need to do it together, and we can all get ahead, I believe, pretty much. And
everybody chipping in a little bit, like you said.
Yeah.
Whether they're on your team or you just become an ally with someone else, and you can cross promote, even just the emotional support. I'm finding that just having a tribe of light workers, there's nothing like that. Like just feeling like I'm not alone anymore in the world. Like I have been feeling for like the prior 2 years, and like just siloed and, in my tower, like trying to do this work in the world, but not really seeing the validation that there's other people in the world doing this purpose work as well. And that's my goal to just try to bring some of these folks together, my energetic tribe together as a community, to support each other. And just hearing what you're doing is so uplifting, and something that, I know people in our community could definitely use your help with. So thank you for being here.
Great.
Oh my goodness.
No, we've got to lift the vibrational levels of everyone
Yes.
sooner, and the planet, and
Yeah.
heal the planet and heal everyone.
Yes.
We've been through a hard couple of years or more, right?
We have. And, to look at the news today, it looks like it's going to be, another hard couple of years, but it's what you just said. When we raise the vibration, it doesn't matter. I teach, vibrational frequency. And when we're at that love coherence level, you will be amazed how little things matter, to you emotionally. Like you just can't get wound up and pulled down by stuff anymore. And that compounds, that being able to stay at that emotional frequency compounds your work, compounds your aura, compounds your radiance, so that your tribe is attracted into you and able to join hands with you and help do your amazing work. So thank you for being here. Now, do you have any any nugget, last nugget you want to really leave with people with? Anything that is just, your motto, or just if you're in an elevator with somebody and there's just one thing you could leave them with, what would that be?
Wow. Like, come and join the strangers community, and it's about strangers helping strangers, and that's our slogan for the charity, and our not-for-profit. And it's looking out for those that you don't even know, and we're all the same, and that's why I'm trying to do it with business and that as well, and global business, and because you all have a common interest, and is less likely to be fighting and arguing, and we can start to learn to get on and act as one on this planet of ours, and even start showing more respect to our environment and creatures and flora and fauna and all that, which needs help.
Yes.
So,
yes.
That's thank you.
That's beautiful. And you're empowering all of us, Mark. You're empowering us, through wealth. You're empowering us emotionally, because when we feel wealthy, we feel emotionally secure. That's so important. And you're empowering us generationally to make that impact for generations to come. But meanwhile, you're also empowering us to take better care of ourselves and of the earth. And all of those things are just so magnificent and so needed. And you're doing it with such an open, loving heart, building your community, strangers helping strangers. I absolutely love that. We don't have enough of that in this world, right? It's like, if I don't know you, I don't have any connection to you, I'm not going to help you. But you're right. We are all one. And you and I didn't know each other before you came into that group and before this interview. And now I feel like, oh my gosh, we're so aligned, and we're so, our hearts are in the same place. And, thank you so much for taking this time to speak to our community. Where can people reach you, Mark, to learn more about joining your group and maybe working with you? What's a good place to reach you?
Well, I'm really easy to reach on LinkedIn, even Facebook, and it's so easy to find me, actually, because I'm the only marking star on the planet, I believe. And that, so I haven't come across any other stars even, but pretty much. So,
you are a star seed. That's so interesting.
I'm easy to find, So and I will be starting to advertise more. Just releasing my first written book is coming out, just come out, and that as well. But going on, I want to start teaching about vibrational. I'm putting it into my businesses, and it's actually how 30 odd years ago I was doing my business by it as well, before sort of talked about, and then I was experimented with it for 15 years and buying properties and just working that way, and I did really well and pulled off a lot of property deals I shouldn't have pulled off and all that too. So this is something that as when I start consulting and all that and start talking in the near future, I'm going to start talking about how this works and all that too.
The vibrational frequency of money and wealth, and I mean, and just well-being, just the mindset of attracting everything. We definitely need that. I have to say, I was a real estate agent some years ago, and that was when I first learned about the law of attraction. And I can totally relate. I pulled off some deals. This was in the middle of the recession, the Great Recession, especially here in Florida, it was very bad. And I pulled off some deals. I sold properties in days, like the properties that people would call me because they'd be like, my property sat on the market for 2 years. I'm like, I got you. And I sold things for like more money and faster than most people in the MLS. I watched my stats and I was like, and I did it all with energy. I did it all just like expecting goodness and just bringing high frequency and, trusting and having an open heart. And I learned very quickly that rewarded me, how that works. So like, I can even relate in the real estate field.
Well, there's my linktree, mark.instar as well. One way, but like I say, I'm very easy to find on social media, and we're going to be advertising more and more at the moment, coming out. And I'll put a plug in for my new co-authored book is Transformations Unleashed, and that which has just come out on Amazon. And so next one will probably be my own book. And that, I've just been building my own courage up. I'm a very shy person, and but I've had to sort of start putting myself out there, and that to start talking about my vision, my mission. And there's a little bit about that in the book, but I want to go into it more in the future. And I've promised to tell my members first, and all this sort of stuff too. And I'm always going to go to my members of our community and offer them opportunities first. That's they're first in the world, and that they're still going to look after. And but I want it to be as big as possible, so that we can change the way things are done. Get enough people in our community, we'll start changing the way governments think.
I feel that. I definitely feel your power to do that. Transformations Unleashed. So everyone go find that on Amazon. I'm sure that Mark has a ton of wisdom in that book. And I'm sure we look forward to your solo book as well. That's so exciting. Congratulations on your first published book. That's amazing.
Well, just co-authored it with a dozen other. We've all just got a chapter each sort of thing. And put a chapter together.
That's a big deal though. That's awesome. Good for you. Good for you.
Coaches, entrepreneurs.
Yes. And those of you who will be joining us for the virtual dinner party tonight, talking Eastern time tonight and Thursday at 7 p.m., you'll have the opportunity to meet and speak with Mark as well, hopefully, if you can still make it, Mark. And if not, we've got another one coming up in a couple of weeks. But Mark was one of the first to RSVP for my upcoming virtual dinner parties. And so that's why I was privileged to do, the prize was the first 7 people that RSVP get a spotlight interview. I'm so glad that you're one of them, Mark. This has been an absolute pleasure to speak with you and feel your energy and hear the amazing good work that you're doing in the world. So thank you for being here now, both on this interview and on this planet at this time, doing your work. Thank you.
Thank you, Robin.
And I look forward to talking with you again really soon.
Yeah, you're doing great. Thank you.
Thank you so much.